Alright. Maybe I will rant. I just might. Oh, shut the fuck up. I gotta shut that up. There we go. So, yeah, man, I'm getting fed up with so many fucking things, man. For like almost for just about 2 months or something now, I've been, now, it feels like I have to go, like, just to even have a chance of breaking even for a minute, until the rent and the big bills come along. I gotta go out, put in a bunch of hours every fucking day. Just to make money to afford to go out to make money. Because I have to keep pumping more money into my car to keep the damn thing running and going forward to be able to even go do shit. I put fucking like $40 in gas in the damn thing or something. Another $80 for a fucking coil pack to be put in there. One of the fucking spark plugs. Don't have to do that again. Like, it's just been one fucking thing after another after another. Bill, yeah. I feel like, I don't know, I've been doing DoorDash and I'm doing that because, like, I don't know if I can stand showing up at some normal ass job and dealing with that shit without just fucking flipping my goddamn lid and breaking shit, dude. I have a hard enough time going and doing DoorDash without just breaking shit. I mean, really, I get so frustrated and pissed off just the. It's a lot of. It's mostly a lot of little things that build up into a giant mountain of crap that seems insurmountable. And it's like every fucking time I go out, every time I mean, I wish to God, I wish I could afford to be agoraphobic and just fucking lock myself in a goddamn room somewhere and have food delivered and never fucking have to leave. Basically, just about. Never have to deal with fucking people or the bullshit in the outside world and the goddamn bills and shit. That's the dream, right? Win the lottery. You know? I don't know, dude. It's just. I feel like we live in a world where even if you were a goddamn millionaire, they'd just be. We're blood pigs, you know. Go make more money, blood pigs, so we can suck your blood again. Yeah. It's like we're fucking, yeah, blood bags for vampires or something, basically. Like, you'll go out, you build up your strength and energy, try and take care of yourself, do the right things, and then like you start to try and build up resources, make money, whatever, right? And then you're just like surrounded like in Dracula's castle by all like gang of vampires just sucking every fucking penny and every ounce of blood out of you until you're like near death and laying and like, I'm dying. And then you have like a little while where you can like rest and heal up a little bit and you get back moving and doing stuff, and then they just punch right back on you again and suck every penny out, every ounce of blood, and it's just like over and over and over, basically. I don't think I could have picked a worse goddamn vehicle when when I fucking bought that thing. As far as like for doing DoorDash and stuff, like that's like the worst fucking thing I possibly could have picked. And at the time, I was thinking, oh, it would look nice, and oh, I'll have room in case I ever fucking run out of money and had to live in it. I wouldn't want to live in that shit. Like, where that? I wouldn't even have room to like have any kind of bed. I'd rather have a fucking minivan. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I picked that fucking thing, dude. It's a nice looking car. It's nice for cruising on down the road as long as you don't have to turn anywhere or park anywhere or get out of a parking spot anywhere, right? And I'm sure you could make the engine keep going to a massive amount of fucking miles on the thing. If you could afford to replace hundreds and hundreds of dollars here, thousands and thousands of dollars there in parts all the time to keep putting new parts in it, new parts in it, new parts in it, the base engine itself would probably keep going for a 500,000 miles or more. You know? As long as you can just keep replacing all the little fucking bullshit parts that, you know. I don't know, it's just fucking so much fucking crap, man. I've been making dog shit fucking money. I mean, I already have to like go have all the spark plugs replaced, have another damn coil pack replaced on a different cylinder, probably hundreds more dollars. Lost my goddamn wallet, so I'm having to have all these goddamn cards replaced. I'm gonna have to fucking set up shit for the auto pay the goddamn bills different, or I'll have to get fucking bills paid and I can lose everything I own. I got my the rent here, which honestly, like, I hate to say this because it like, I mean, it feels like the less you have, the more expensive everything gets. Kind of honestly, and the more of a pain in the ass it is to some extent. In a set to us in one sense, yeah. In another sense, no. In another sense, it's like I don't know. I think they got us fucked like coming and going, dude. They fuck you hard if you're rich. They fuck you hard if you're harder if you're poor. Like not by measure, but by like well, the quality that you're left with if you're rich after they've raped you fucking blind and robbed the shit out of you, you still have a better quality of life nonetheless than the poor that are raped and robbed blind and left with nothing. Like, you know, miss one more payment and I take the fucking blanket, basically. That's literally, it's like that fucking meme, you know? You ever see that meme? It's got like some starving African, like, guy looks like a skeleton. He's under like a beat up, muddy, dirty blanket in the dirt, reaching up, and there's some guy hovering over. And it says, miss one more payment and we take the fucking blanket, you know? Like, that's pretty much where we're at, kind of. Shit's so goddamn expensive that, like, even people that have, like, a house that's paid off and on and on and on, right? And that are working, like, 6-figure jobs and shit can barely afford to fucking get groceries and shit at this point. And, like, people that are more poor, we live in shittier conditions. We're, pretty fucked too, but I think a whole lot of people are kind of fucking screwed in just different ways, basically. Like even like movie stars with millions of dollars and some to some on some level are getting like really fucking screwed over, you know. directors and you know. I heard that like Stan Lee, when he was, you know, old and stuff, he had like basically some criminals that had just moved in and took place as his caregiver that were just abusing the shit out of him and robbing him blind or something, and they never just got away. Yeah, basically, like that was it. You know, and that guy is super wealthy, super popular, and you know. That's why you'll even see some of the people that were like, you know, former stars and stuff like that that just go fucking crazy and they end up like living on the street or something. Like there'll be dudes that are like played for the NBA, made millions of fucking dollars, and somebody finds them like living under a bridge smoking crack or something, right? Because it's like the world is that fucked up that you literally like. It's kind of hard on damn near everybody, I think, and you know, one way or the other. Sometimes I wonder if we're living in hell or in like something like the Matrix, where they just like, you know, torture us until we get so frustrated that we fucking kill ourselves, and then it like resets us. Like, oh, he killed himself. Shit, let's let him. Let's give him a break for a couple months and be like, this okay. I'm doing a little better. Starting to get ahead. Starting to have some hope. Things are looking up now. And then something happens and you're just like, oh, fucking everything's gone again. Back to zero. You know? That's the way it is now in the world. You start to get ahead and then back to zero. Maybe things start to get better for a little while. Then some other shit happens. Back to zero. You know? It's like we're put in a place of basically being crippled. Because every time you stand up, somebody takes a sledgehammer to your fucking legs or something like that fucking movie Misery or some shit, basically. You know? The goddamn, you know, government and all the other fucking, all the government and the corporations and all the companies that are just sucking money out of us like crazy, bleeding us dry. It's like, oh, I think my leg's doing better. Oh, that's nice, dear. Whack! Oh my god, my legs! You know? It's just. I don't know, man. This place is fucked, dude. I don't live in an area that's now is just. The infrastructure is not meant to support this many goddamn people and vehicles and all this kind of shit, and they just building endless fucking giant fucking apartment complexes stacked to the sky like everywhere, just fucking moving like I don't know. They must be moving the whole goddamn world into this little fucking what was like a fucking Mayberry or something 20, 30 fucking years ago or something. They're like trying to move like New York City in here or some shit. Well, gee, Andy. Well, golly, there sure is a lot of folk around here. You know, like it's just, dude. It's ridiculous, dude. Like half the streets in this fucking town are just like parking lots now. You try and get from, you know, one side of town to the other half the time. If you don't take the main roads are just deadlocked half the time. The lights are fucked up and poorly timed and shit. and the fucking traffic is like crazy. Then if you try and take some of the back roads, it's like you're trying to just slowly eke through a crowded parking lot, or like you're trying to drive through the middle of somebody's living room or something, basically. There's just so many cars and like people just fucking wandering around on the road. It's like, I don't know. This place is so fucking ghetto. And like I said, like 20, 30 years ago, this was like practically Mayberry or something, you know? And now it's just like a, you know, ghetto shithole or something, basically, like a third world fucking shithole. But that's like a lot of the country, dude. A lot of the country is like that now. You know? Like, look what happened to fucking Detroit, Chicago, you know, on and on and on. It's just like that. It's like a little, this area, like, just all the damn drugs and crime, the massive fucking crowding, overpopulation everywhere. It's like, Jesus Christ. I'm just a fucking clown world insanity everywhere. It's like you gotta be a millionaire to be able to afford not to live in a place that feels like you're in hell. And even then, the only way you're able to get away from feeling like you're in hell is to have space, land, you know, have like a buffer zone between you and the outside world. Someplace where you can hide, like Howard Hughes in his mansion or something. But hell, Howard Hughes couldn't hide because he had too many goddamn people around. Fucking, you know. Yeah, Howard Hughes was fucked. That's why he was hiding in his room. Because he had like a bunch of staff that he couldn't trust. You know, probably. He had big shot people that, you know, had a problem with him, like trying to fight, you know. He's trying to compete with, like, you know, government resources and shit, and they're just. It made his life a living hell, so he had to go. I mean, I've never even heard anyone bring up the theory. There's a theory I have. I don't even. That should be a whole other video. My Howard Hughes theory is that the story that we're told about Howard Hughes and the movies and the history that we're told about it was bullshit, and that he was a targeted individual. He was just one of the last, like, super wealthy big shots that tried to do things his own way in, like, the last days where he could almost do it, you know? Where he had a chance. Or he thought he did. But now it's like we're living in a world where you could be a fucking billionaire, basically, and the evil in this world is still so fucking huge and powerful that it's like it would be very difficult to find anywhere to even hide from it, dude. That's why someone like John McAfee, I don't know what the hell his net worth was, but like that guy was like whacked in jail or whatever in some foreign country. He was having to hide out in a foreign country, surrounded by fucking, you know, the heaviest security you could imagine, armored vehicles, private security guards that were like former fucking, Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, spec ops fucking dudes and shit like that. Walking around in fucking body armor with goddamn, gun strapped on all over him and shit, and he still fucking got taken out. He had like fucking probably hundreds of millions of dollars, man. I mean, that's the world we're living in. We got like an evil that's like. I mean, look what happened to Pablo Escobar, right? Think about how much of a big Billy badass rich gangster that fucking dude was, right? And what happened to him in this fucking world, you know? Look at what happened to Elon Musk. Well, he's still around, but like, look, did you see the field trip he had to take and how he had to like turn 180 on some of the shit he was saying? He's like, I apologize so very much. He's wearing a fucking yarmulke and shit. Like, dude, guy's got like billions of dollars, and he's like, oh shit, I pissed him off. Hide, run. Like, that's like, Jesus Christ. Or, I mean, I don't know what the story is, like the real story with the Dawn, with Trump there, but like that's another example of like the level of shit we're get up to our goddamn eyeballs and beyond in. Like, I don't believe what they're showing us is what the truth is, but if you do, like a lot of people do, um, well, then look at it and what do you see? What does it look like? It looks like a man that was in a position to where you're made to believe that he's the most powerful man in the world, leader of the most powerful country in the world, and just be dragged through the fucking mud and fucked over and robbed and fucking dude, like, yeah. Like, so how are we supposed to get ahead, right? There's something so dark, a power so dark and ominous that men with billions of dollars and their own private armies are terrified to speak above their breath of it. And the people and the lower level that are just poor or whatever, like, we're currently like so far beyond fucking like fucked beyond any chance of coming back, of getting out of this, like, doom, gloom and doom, man, gloom and doom, pretty much, dude. That's like, and we got our fucking balls to the wall, man. Balls to the wall, man. Got your balls to the wall. Like, pretty much, dude. Like, you gotta be a fucking, like, cracked out robot person or whatever just like a mindless robot that's just like, complete tasks, complete more tasks. I do not need sleep. Give me more drugs. I do not mind all the horrible shit that's happening to me. I will work endlessly without food, water, or sleep. Go, 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 go. Like, just to barely fucking scrape by, basically. Oh, man. This is fucking hanging on by a goddamn thread. And, like... I don't know. Am I being poor in a better position because I have less to lose? Or I don't know, man. Like, I mean, things could get worse for me. I get that, but like, it's not. I'm not that far away from like. Could you spare some change, man? You know, I'm not that goddamn. I'm really not. Like, I've been working like for a year, like barely scraping by with a little fucking apartment. But like, I realize like I'm not that goddamn far away from like the dude, sitting in a parking lot with a cardboard sign that's, can you fucking spare some change, man? I'm like a few $1,000s worth of resources away from that, basically. And I'm getting to where, like, everything is just rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell or something. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I think that the shit I own is like that there's some truth to the lyrics in that song. What is that shit called? Where it's like, fuck your money, fuck your possessions, only obsession. I don't need that shit. It's like the things you own you. Like, I can see that. I can see how there's like some truth to that shit, dude. And I've even heard from people that just like lost everything and they're like, oh, it was so freeing. I feel so much better now. Like, they just got like a backpack or something and beat up old car that manages to run magically and they're just like, so much better now. I'm trying to keep the bills paid, to keep all my stuff in a storage facility, wishing, hoping, praying that I can one day have a space of my own, like a mobile home. God forbid, a fucking house, land somewhere where I can store my own shit in my own space and be able to unpack my stuff into a fucking home of some sort. You know? Dreaming, pie in the sky, fucking, I don't know, of just being able to have, to even, like, moving on up to the east side. One day, boy, one day, you work really hard. Maybe when you're 90, you could have a trailer, live next to Julian and Bubbles in the trailer park. Right? Fucking Ricky, you know. Man. there's all these people that like sold their souls to some government job to support like a totally evil government that's just robbing and murdering and raping people all over the fucking world, and they're just like, I worked hard. I did this job. Look at me. I've got a nice house and a boat and a blah 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 blah. Right? You know. It pays to sell your soul if you know, work for totally evil shit, I guess, to help speed up the destruction of all of human civilization, I suppose. Certain kinds of slavery eventually pay off to where you can, you know, when you're like old and you can't hardly get around, like you'll be like, oh, I'm sitting on my porch, I have a house now. It's like, but that, I think those days are like, will be coming to an end. Like, and like eventually it's gonna fucking hit like everybody, probably. I mean, how bad does it have to get to the fucking, you know? I mean, does it have to get to the point where the sheriff, like, lives under a tarp or, like, in his cruiser or something? And the goddamn, you know, airline pilots are just, like, living in cardboard boxes and shit. Like, is that how bad it has to get before people wake the fuck up to how bad this is, like, shit is heading towards? Like, until it fucking affects them to that level, it's like nothing gets changed, or by then it's like we're just fucked, like, basically. And but they're not seeing it. They're not seeing it. You know, the that it's you know, coming for them too. You know, it's just like the doom that's rolling towards us is just like, I don't know who the fuck is like. I mean, obviously, I'd rather be on some piece of land that's well secured with a big fence and gate around me and a house with all the security systems and, you know, armored vehicles, and just hide out in my fucking property with some, you know, years worth of food storage and all this kind of shit, right? But like the way things are going, like we're gonna get to a point where like that could just be like gone, like boom, just like that, dude. And you know, that just be like, cool. You have kind of a nice, you know, a nice hill to die on or whatever. I guess it's like we're. I mean, sure, I'd rather be held up in a castle or something when fucking Huns come or whatever, right? But they're fully on, you know. But it's getting to the point where it's just gonna be so bad in the future where like it won't matter if you're holed up in a castle, because they'll just storm your castle and drag your ass out of there. You know, hang you from the goddamn entrance of your castle or whatever. Like, it's just because it's getting to the point where like, yeah, things are just getting crazier and more fucked up in so many ways. I would have made more money today, but like, you know, I don't even have my damned driver's license, you know, ID or anything. It's like, and I'm like, keep hoping that I'll find my damn missing wallet so that I don't have to go spend a fucking arm and a leg just to which to me is like a lot of money at this point, kind of. I mean, and it's just a massive pain in the ass having to deal with the DMV and everything. They'll probably make you like, well, we gotta make sure you have your fucking 97th booster. We gotta get the real ID. Yeah, we gotta implant the fucking ID in your forehead or your right hand now, or you won't be able to buy anything. Like, we're basically there, dude. Pretty much, dude. Oh, man. Everyone just goes about their fucking lives and says, oh, everything's fine. Just don't be so negative. Everything's good now. It's wonderful, guys. I don't know, dude. It's like the I don't know. The people down in the muck and the bush can't see the forest through the trees, and the people in their high towers and castles can't see the muck below and the fucking below the canopy of the fucking treetops, Basically. They can't see the army that's coming towards their castle to storm them, or they can't, or whatever, right? We're like, shit, guys, there's trouble here. Oh, don't be so negative. Everything is fine. Looks fine from up here. I'm in heaven up here above the clouds. Yeah, right? Like, there's such a disconnect and divide between the haves and the have-nots that they don't even understand one another at all. Like, people who got a bunch of money can't see what's coming from where they're at, and the people that down in the fucking dirt, they're already know that the shit's already here, basically. But nobody will listen. This ship is unsinkable. No iceberg could possibly bring this ship down. There's water rising above the deck. Poppycock, that is absurd, sir. Get out of my way. I'm trying to play baccarat and smoke cigars, like. I will my finest suits and play poker up above deck. Waiter, bring me more caviar, Everyone's like, we're drowning! Oh my god, help us! Someone quiet down that awful noise below. Filthy peasants, right? That's like, we're all going down, motherfucker! We're on the same fucking ship, Nonsense, I'll make a new yacht out of all my money and float away, sir. Like, really? I don't know, man. I don't know. What was that old quote? It's like an old native quote or whatever the fuck. Something like, we're all, we're all by the, so I don't know. Something like we're all screwed by the time the rich realize that they can't eat money or something. Like, I don't know. I don't remember the quote. Like, that's kind of the gist of it, though. Fucking the man in the high tower sits and laughs like you can see him scheming in the past. I've got an idea. Yes, Mr. DuPont, Mr. Rockefeller. Yes, I have a lovely idea, sir. I propose that instead of waging war to control the peasants, we shall just simply buy all of them out for worthless slips of paper, sir, and then we'll own all of their countries, and all of their armies will work for us. We shall simply give them bits of paper, like toilet paper or bits of Kleenex, sir, and then we shall give it unto them, and they will do whatever we say, and then we shall rule over them for all eternity until we no longer have a need for them, and we'll just wipe them out, filthy peasants that they are. They'll never go for that. Watch them. Right? Like this. We'll take all of their gold, and then we'll give them pieces of paper, and they'll thank us for it. Right? Seriously, like, basically, like that's... God damn it. I don't know, man. It's just aggravating shit.